What's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm currently headed to New York City, Manhattan from Brooklyn. Going to be doing a test shoot for a modeling agency. They hit me up the other day through email, which I always appreciate. Very professional, not sliding into my DMs. Asked if I would do a test shoot for them. The requirements were basically to send over a vision board and also send over just a call sheet, everything you would need for a photo shoot. So it took me a few days, but I put together basically Pinterest and a call sheet for them and made it easy on myself. So I'm gonna go meet up with this guy Ken. I got to pick from all the models that I wanted. I found this one guy that had a great look, but he didn't have that many outdoor photo shoots. So instead of taking him into the studio for a test shoot, I decided I would just take him and do something in the city. And I love shooting around Soho. I think it's really beautiful with some of the bigger buildings, the architecture down there. So I'm gonna try to film this whole thing. Don't mind me, I'm out of breath. I'm also extremely tired, but I'm gonna get this because we want to work with an agency. We want to get paid gigs. That's the whole point of this channel. So hopefully you enjoy. So we're actually on time. Made it with 9 minutes to spare. We're here at my location. I always pick Prince Street to start. I love this area. You can kind of tell why. I always pick the Ralph Lauren building because it's just the easiest. It has great coloring. It's a great area for me to just like put my stuff down and work from. So yeah, we're gonna start here. We have like an hour or 2 hours worth of a test shoot, and then hopefully it goes well. I'm hoping to bang this out in like an hour because the test shoots don't need to be that long. He's coming with 1 to 2 looks, and then from there I just got my Sony, my 24-70, and then also a 90 lens as well. Both have 2.8, so I can get a nice bokeh, and we'll just see. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully he has a good time. I know I'm gonna have a good time. Always have a great time. So I'll try to film more of it, and we'll go from there. What's in your camera bag? Bunch of shit. Here's my lens. Here's my Sony. Then you got my mic in case I need it. This is a diffusion filter. I just have a lot of stuff for my trip. I might need this. but we'll see. Camera strap. I'm gonna just put everything else back in here. We don't need anything else besides the camera itself. Weird day already. The zipper was down the whole time. And I ran into the turnstile because I didn't know which one to take. I'm a terrible New Yorker. So it's been a few days since the test shoot and it went really well. I'm really happy with the images that I got, but I didn't end up getting to film anything. It was an overcast day. I had to work with what I could and I focused on basically getting the shots. I was worried about the rain that was coming in and I had about an hour to do everything. So I just want to go through some of the things that I did to basically prep for this photo shoot, this test shoot, and then also some of the things that you should ask when it comes to test shoots. It's important to be upfront with the expectations from the agency and for yourself. We went back and forth through email multiple times, and then I took on the project. So for me, I wanted to find out what the purpose of this test shoot was going to be. I know that they reached out to me through email. They basically had an expectation in their mind, so I wanted them to state it and tell me what the future goals of this would be. They basically told me that I would be asked to do a test shoot for them and then be added to a list of photographers, and then they would ask for my day rate, hourly rate, half a day rate, and these are all things that I communicated with them up front, and then I took on the project. When it came to communicating with them, I wanted to know who owned the rights to these images, what the turnaround time was for these images, do they need a lot of photos, what their expectations of like a test shoot really is, do they need it to be outdoors or indoors in a studio. And then from there, is it paid, unpaid? There's a lot that goes into these test shoots, but just ask as many questions as you possibly can. Then they asked for basically a call sheet and a mood board. Those are two things that you can do very easily. A call sheet you can find online. Send me a message if you want me to send you what a call sheet is or my template that I use. I've gotten it from friends, so I'm really thankful for the community of photographers that have helped me out. I've asked a lot of questions in the 5 years that I've done photography. And then from there, I had to put together a mood board. I used Pinterest. For Pinterest, pretty simple, you just make an account. Unfortunately, this is not sponsored, but Pinterest maybe in the future. It just helps the client and myself basically see what I have envisioned for the shoot and make sure that we're on the right, page for this. So I ended up picking a bunch of black and white images of male models in the city. Very easy, just type that in and just found a bunch of images. In the bottom right hand corner here is a picture of Ken, and this was like the image that really got to me. When I spoke with this agency, they ended up giving me 4 models that I could pick from, and I picked this guy, Ken. He just seemed really comfortable in front of the camera, and that was just gonna make my job a lot easier. So I took this one photo and then I basically made a mood board based off of that. And I think I did it pretty well. I got the images that I liked and yeah, just kind of set the tone of what I was going for. Ken has some great features, so I just kind of played off of that. Like I said, Pinterest, use your resources. It's the easiest, it's free. I do this for most of my shoots now. Just put together a Pinterest, send it over, and if they want to go back and forth or if they even want to add to it, they can add to it. So that's really helpful. So another thing you should do for your shoot is basically pick a location that you feel really comfortable at. I ended up picking Prince Street, which is the Ralph Lauren building in Manhattan, but whatever town you're in, whatever city you're in, pick an area that you're familiar with so you don't have to go around and kind of scout the area. Since it's a test shoot, you have a limited amount of time, so make it as easy for yourself as possible, and that's exactly what I did. I've been shooting in the city for about 5 years now, so I have my select locations. Leave some comments if you have some locations in New York City that you think I should shoot at or that are your go-to. I'm always curious to find some more locations. With the community of photographers that I have, we're always constantly communicating and basically letting each other know when we found a new spot to shoot at or maybe that they want to shoot in the future. But for this purpose, I just picked an area that I'm comfortable with. That area went with the mood board that I already had. The architecture, the cobble streets, the color of the buildings, very neutral colors, so it was perfect. So now I want to show you the final images that I took. I'm really happy with these images. I narrowed it down to 25 photos, and it really shows Ken's ability to model and my ability to take the photos. But when it comes to these images, I tried to basically show off his height. He's around 6'2", his features in his face, his eyes, his body language that he gave off during the whole shoot. He was a really good model. It made my job a lot easier. I didn't have to pose him as much. I just gave little instructions here and there, but otherwise we had really good chemistry. So this first image is actually the first image that I took. Super happy with it. I just love the way that his body language, the way that the light came over him. When I shoot these images, I always shoot them underexposed. When it comes to editing, I'm able to, in post-processing, brighten and warm every single image. If you shoot overexposed, I find it so much harder to edit, but let me know in the comments how you edit your photos, what you would do differently. Some of the images that I didn't like the coloring, I turned to black and white, so you'll see that. But for now, these first couple images, this is just him standing against the wall. I thought that it showed his height really well. I just love the first look that we had. When we got there, we picked out outfits, and he had 3 different outfits. This was the one that he felt the most comfortable in, so I wanted him to start in that outfit. I think that's a good idea for any model to put on the clothing that they feel the most comfortable when you're warming up and taking the images. You can always put that outfit on at the end, and that's what we did. Then for our second look, I had him more in a business casual, black tee with blue pants. I like the images. I like the first and third look better, but I wanted to give the agency and myself the ability to try something different. This is the Ralph Lauren building, like I said, in the back, and it's just like so beautiful. The lead-in lines that you have here. Just tried anything, trying to work around him as much as possible, get his height in there. Like I said, I turned some of them black and white. That's just a preference. You don't always have to do that. This is a third outfit. I really like this. This is where we were more comfortable. I just told him, do whatever you want to do. If you want to hang off a railing or you want to put your body in a certain pose, do that, because like I said, time was running out and he just felt really comfortable, and I just kind of worked around in different angles from low to high to show importance. These were some of my favorite. When it came to like his outfit, it just kind of went along with the rest of the buildings in the area. The black and whites of these are actually my favorite. I didn't have to do really any skin retouching or anything like that. I tried to just leave it as natural as possible. For a test shoot, they don't really need you to do that much editing. This is just your ability to be able to show them how you shoot, and then for the model to just have some images for their portfolio. And then once again, like I said, we went back to the first outfit that we had. Something that I did differently on this was I tried to think of giving some of the photos a little bit of movement. So I just put on a shutter drag for some of these and just had him like throw his jacket back. And these are just the last images. Like I said, I shoot everything in color and then I turn things to black and white, just how I feel. I looked at these images in color and I liked them, but as soon as I turned them to black and white, I loved them. So I recommend trying that. Overall, this was a great test shoot. I'm excited to work with this company again. I do know that I am on their list, so I'm looking forward to future calls from them and future work. When it comes to any test shoot, really just try to go in as prepared as possible. Do your mood boards, communicate with them the best you possibly can, and make it as easy for you as possible. That was a lanternfly. That's disgusting. They're just like everywhere. But like I said, prep yourself, be prepared, know your locations, shoot in some of the locations that you're comfortable with. I've shot at Prince Street, at Ralph Lauren for other shoots before, and I just know that I love the architecture, I love the cobble streets, and there's some other areas from that location that I can just go in case I need more backdrops and locations. So I hope you learned something from this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the images. I'm really happy with them. I've showed a few friends, they think they're really good, and I know that the agency was happy with them. So like I said, leave some comments if there's anything you want me to elaborate on, or if you want to message me and I can just write out some of the steps that you should follow when you're doing test shoots. Let me know. Like always, hit the likes button, hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to grow this channel. I'm excited for what's in store, some of my future videos. So I think I'll be doing more test shoots, and I'll be putting more videos out. And yeah, thank you for watching as always, and until next time.